I think we can all agree the Minnesota Vikings are up to something. I don't know what, but it's going to be really, really fun to see how this whole thing ends up. So, yes, the Vikings did trade last week with the Houston Texans for the 23rd overall pick, basically sending out like this year's 2, next year's 2, getting some 6 and some change, whatever it is. But overall, pretty good trade, if you ask me. I think things definitely ended up pretty interesting for the Vikings. Where does it fit them in their latest mock draft standing? Like, how is this going to fall for the Vikings? Are they going to trade up to the top 3? Are they going to trade up to top 2? How is this thing going to unfold? We really don't know. But I do think we can hopefully shed some light on some things here for the Vikings on how this thing will unfold. So today we're going to cover it in our latest Vikings mock draft, where we get into the top 5 of the draft. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So you'll see here with the Vikings at 11 and 23, things are about to get real interesting. So 7-round mock draft, high speed, low drag, public versus PFF, because let's be real, PFF I think has a better idea. Care for positional value and drafting for needs are both relatively high, as well as a little bit of randomness because it's the draft and weird things happen all the time. So Vikings at 11, going to go ahead and enter the draft and see how this whole thing goes. So we're going to go ahead right off the bat. I think we got to try to make it play for number 3. I really don't care how this whole thing ends up. I think it's going to go Williams, May, and then you got to go get number 3. Honestly, let's try to give up as little as possible, though. I'm going to trade up with the Cardinals. 11, 23, future 1. Maybe you can get away with just 11 and 23 and no future picks. Maybe. We're going to try it. Can I get a 90? There's no way. Can I get 71? Wow. Okay. Well, we're back into the first round. I don't know how this is going to go because you offer them your 2 first-round picks this year. I honestly think they might have to end up offering maybe another 1 to make this happen, but we're just going to go ahead and put this in here as like, okay, at least 3 1s for the number 4 overall pick. Maybe some change, but at least 3 1s. I'm just messing around, but you're probably going to have to do 3 1s. And so we're going to go ahead and start the draft now and really just see how this whole thing falls. Oh, wow. So Drake May, Caleb Williams, Malik Neighbors are the 3 first ones off the board here. I think we go McCaffrey. I think we go with McCaffrey. He has been a lot of fun. Everybody's pounding on the table for him. I think we got to do it. I think we're going to go with McCaffrey. And so, that's probably how everything is going to fall. I don't see the Vikings being able to trade up to number 2 or number 1. I don't see it happening. I really don't. And it's going to be rough overall, but it is what it is. You just got to deal with it and you got to go from there. Ooh, at 3, T'Vondre Sweat is just there. So again, I don't know if you're going to be able to get a 3rd-round pick here if you're the Vikings, but I think if this is how it felt, like even if you have even a remote chance of getting T'Vondre Sweat, I think that you definitely pull the trigger on that one because I think he's a 0 tech and he's going to be a lot of fun. So T'Vondre Sweat there at defensive tackle. He's going to be so much fun for the Vikings, and I think he's going to do a lot of great things. And then here for the round 4, Cedric Van Pran. Let's see, Tom Eichenberg, Eric All, Bo Limmer. Like I know center, like guard is more of a. Where'd BB going? 120. Hopefully he falls to 129 because I'm going to go Van Pran here. Honestly, Van Pran, I think he's going to be really, really fun. Has not allowed a sack in 2 years. Yeah, I'm going Van Pran. I don't think he falls to you at 4, but I don't know. Maybe he does. All right. So then after that, dang it. Looks like Cooper BB went. That's fine. Cedric Gray is there. Grayson Murphy. Eric All's a lot of fun, though. Like, I know he's not, like, necessarily a huge need because you do have TJ Hawkinson and you did re-sign a couple of guys. Mohamed Kamara is there. Honestly, I think he's a small school guy that's going to be a lot of fun. Cameron, you do need a corner. Like, I'm just letting you need a corner. Carson's there. He kind of got picked on, though, last year. Like, 4 touchdowns, no picks. I don't know. I'm just not ready to do it. Josh Newton had a better year overall. Honestly, maybe we go Newton here. Kalen King's a lot of fun, though. He's fallen a lot lately, which I don't necessarily understand, but I don't think he's going to make it. I'm going to go Kalen King here. Stick and pick at 4 in the 4th round. I'm going Kalen King. And so then, so we've got our quarterback of the future taken care of. Ooh, Theo Johnson. Ooh, yeah. I want a starting guard, though. Like, I need O-line help. I'm sorry. Trevor Keegan. is there. How do we want to do this? Who is the best guard in the draft remaining? Drake Nugent's there, 164. Him or Keegan will be there. So right now I'm going to go Johnson. Yes, because I know that you did re-sign him, but I mean, for what he does for you, oh yeah, Drake Nugent, yes, absolute stud, guard, center, doesn't matter. I think it makes a lot of sense. All right. So Dylan Johnson is there as well. Again, running back isn't necessarily a huge need because you did bring in Aaron Jones, but maybe you want to plan for the future. I don't know. But you do need, I still think you need some DB help there. Jalen Simpson, honestly, you've got some of the best DBs in the NFL. I'm not even worried about it. Right now, though, you do need in some capacity, you do need some guard and wide receiver help, guard and center help. So Johnson, where else do we want to go from here? Jordan Jefferson. Oh yeah, D tackle. Like Jordan Jefferson's a lot of fun. Beard's a lot of fun. Jalen Harrell, honestly, I know that edge is not like a huge pressing need for the Vikings, but Jalen Harrell's a lot of fun. He's hard to pass up. So then you get into the 7th round, and this is where things get interesting because you got back-to-back picks essentially in the 7th round, really to finish the whole thing up here. So, Mayan Williams? Yeah, I'm going to go Williams, because, again, I think it makes a lot of sense. CJ Hansen, I've been taking him in all my mock drafts because I don't care. He's going to be a lot of fun. I think he's a small school guy that could really pan out to be something special in the NFL. So right off the top here, you trade up from 11 to the 4th overall pick with the Cardinals. You give them 23. Again, you're probably going to have to give them another 1st round pick. I know that this might not be totally realistic, but hey, we got a little crazy with it. Plus, we got back into the 3rd round where you get Tavondre freaking Sweat. Like, I would love it. I would just absolutely love it if they got Tavondre Sweat and JJ McCarthy as the first 2 days of the draft. Like, it would be beautiful. Then Cedric Van Pran there to be your starting center. Love it. Kalen King coming up out of Penn State. Theo Johnson is probably going to catch 10 touchdowns. That's because all he does is catch touchdowns. Drake Nugent there, who at least if he doesn't come in and compete, like I'm tired of this offensive line being leaky. I'm tired of it. Like just go out and get your guys, get some starters, and make it happen. So Drake Nugent there at center, I think makes a lot of sense. Jalen Harrell, again, 6 sacks last year for Michigan. I think he really does provide a lot of value to you. Doesn't need to be a starter right away, but in the 6th round, I think he makes a lot of sense. Mayan Williams out of Ohio State. Again, I understand that you signed Jones and all that. I get that. But at the end of the day, the Vikings are going to need in some capacity to get another back. And then CJ Hansen, going to be a project, not going to lie to you, but I think with just his athletic prowess, he's going to be a lot of fun. But that is it. That is our latest Vikings mock draft where we go ahead and trade up for JJ McCarthy with the 4th overall pick. Let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. But make sure you guys stay tuned for all the latest Vikings content.